Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel IELTS with Monia. In today's video, we are going to talk about the Writing Task 1 Academic. In Writing Task 1 Academic, students need to write a report of 150 words and they are going to give you 20 minutes to do. Okay, so what we are going to write in the Writing Task 1, the first thing is you will give introduction. After that, you will do the overall analysis and you need to make two body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2. So today the data that is given to us, it's in the form of line graph, and this data is about the male and female graduates from Canada University from 1992 to 2004. This data is given to us in the form of numbers, like here numbers are written and years are mentioned. So the first thing that we are going to do in this is to interpret the data accurately. That means you should know this data is given to us in the form of line graph as well as the years which are mentioned over here along with the numbers. Sometime it can be in the percentage, sometime it can be in the terms of dollars or pounds or anything. It can be in the terms of like hours. The data can be given to you in the form of hours as well. So today's task is that is given to us in the form of numbers, and it is in between male and female, and they are talking about like they got the graduation, they did their graduation from Canada University from 1992 to 2004. So whenever you are going to write an introduction, do not just copy it. Try to use some different word. For example, instead of show, we can write represents, or we can write illustrates, or we can write manifest, or we can write depicts. After that, you can write the line graph represents. Here it is written data. You can say number of male and female. Instead of that, we can write men and women, men and women graduate from. Instead of writing this Canada University, I can simply write Canadian University. From 1992 to 2004, it can be right in the form of for a period of 12 years. Okay, so you can write like that, or you can also write from 1992 to 2004. No problem in that. After that, you will do the overall analysis. In overall analysis, what we are going to write? Always remember that you need to mention only the maximum and the minimum, along with if there is stability. We need to write that also, and if there was a continuous increase, you can write continuous increase or continuous decrease. You can also write that. Okay. Now come to overall analysis. In overall analysis, we can analyze that the number of female that remained higher than the males throughout the period, and the number of female increased dramatically and reach at its highest level. Okay. So, I will just write this overall analysis for you so that you can come to know like which kind of word you can use in this. Okay, let's do that. This is an overall analysis that I have written for you. You can simply start with overall. Overall, the trends for male and female graduate remain similar, were similar over the 12-year period. Okay, if you have seen, like the trend was almost same for both, like they increased and then there is a stability and then there is a downfall again. The number remains stagnant for few years and there was a rapid increase. So, the same thing I have written in my overall analysis, that male and female graduates were similar over the 12-year period, but the number of women graduates were higher than the male, or you can also write here, you can write men, because I have written there women, so you need to write the men. Okay, the number of women graduates were higher than the men. See, this number is higher than the men. So, that is why that thing is written, and gap widened between them over the years. So, in between them, what happened? Over the years, if you see this gap that keeps on widening between these two. Okay. Now, what we are going to write in the body paragraph 1. In body paragraph 1, we will give a detailed description of the writing task 1. This is the main body paragraph. So, we need to give each and everything here. So, if you see in 1992, the number of male, that was 70,000, whereas the female were higher than them and it was 1 lakh. After that, there was a stable phase from 96 to 2000 in case of the male, and after that in 2000 it experienced an increment. But in case of female, if we see here that there was a slight stability from the year 1996 to 1999, and there was an upsurge or a continuous increase in the number of the females who got graduated or who graduated from the Canadian universities, and it reached at its peak level in 2004, where males were lagging behind as compared to the females. So, the same thing is written over here. Let me read it for you. Having a closer look at the graph, the overall rise in the number was not always steady. Yes, it was not always steady. First it increased, then it decreased, it remained stable, and there was a continuous rise. So, the same thing I have written, that if we see the overall, the rise in the numbers was not always steady. Why we are saying so? In 1992, the number of women and men graduates was 70,000 and 100,000 or 1 lakh respectively. So, whenever you are going to use this word respectively, that means in the same order you have given the numbers in which you have written these two things. Okay, after that, in between 1992 and 1996, I am talking about this. Okay, university in Canada experienced a marginal increase, means a minor increase, or you can say a minimal increase. But after that, what happened? After that, this number remained stable or stagnant for male for many years. You can write this as well, for many years, or till 2000. And after this, if we talk about the females, but the female faced continuous increase. It faced continuous increase after slight stability. After experiencing this, the number of the females increased dramatically. Okay, so I have just written about the thing, like I have just given this point only. So the rest of the thing we are going to discuss in the body paragraph 2. Now we are going to describe what happened after 2000, because in the body paragraph 1 we have written before that. So if you see, after 2000 the number of the females inclined dramatically and it reached at their peak value. This thing you can write whenever you are saying for anything that it has reached at its highest level. So you can write peak point, highest level there, and it reached up to 1,30,000. In case of males, the number remained less than the females even after experiencing an upsurge in the numbers and reached at around 1 lakh. So if we see throughout the period, the same trend that male and the females they have followed, but yes, we need to write it in a good way. We need to present this report in front of an examiner so that we can gain more and more bands. So what else you can write in this? Apart from this, you can also explain this, the last one from 2000 to 2002 and 2004. You can also write, instead of females and males, you can also use gender. You can say, although there was an increase in the number of graduates in both gender, but male were lagging behind as compared to the females with 30,000. Like now, you need to mention the difference between them. Okay, whenever you are writing a writing task 1, presenting a writing task 1, always remember, first thing, use of linkers. Whenever you are doing comparison, you should use while, whereas, but, as compared to, compared with, similarly, likewise, although, though, even though. These kind of words that should be used for comparison. Second thing is, give overall trends. Give overall trends rather than explaining anything. Do not explain anything. Do not say simply like it is 100, it is 1 lakh, it is 80,000 or 90,000. Instead of that, you can say the number inclined or number declined, number remained stable, or the number fluctuated. Third thing, synonyms. As you might have experienced, like I was using synonyms only. I was changing the way I'm presenting my ideas. So use synonyms, give inclined, upsurge, rise, growth, or increment. In the on the opposite side, you can say dwindle, reduce, shrink, the number or the percentage shrank to, okay, decrement, downfall. These kind of words should be used. Last but not the least, use of correct tense. You should know in which tense you need to present your ideas. It should be in a past tense, or it should be in a present, or in a future. For example, if we talk about this data only, the last one, if it is written 2040 here, so I will say, although there is an estimation for both gender that the graduates of Canadian University will increase and it will reach to 1,30,000 in case of female, and in case of male it will be at 1 lakh. I hope this video will help you in achieving your scores. We will come up with more videos on writing task only. In next video we are going to talk about the task 2. So do watch that. If you have not subscribed our channel, please do subscribe it and share it. Thank you.